What's up guys, my name is Ace, and since the launch of Season 1 Reloaded, I've been seeing a lot of comments of people mentioning that their sensitivity feels off, their aim suddenly sucks, and they can't figure out what's going on here. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a deeper look at this because, if you guys remember, with the Season 1 Reloaded update for controllers, they adjusted our stick sensitivity values. They introduced entirely new values, and when they did that, they were meant to keep the same sensitivity value or convert that properly over, so nothing would have changed on your end, and they actually shared a conversion chart for you so you could see your old values versus your new values to find out what your new perfect sensitivity is. However, this came with a very clear issue, and that is this conversion is not accurate. And this is why so many people have been reporting that their aim just feels different after this update. Now, you guys might remember early on in the game's life cycle, I discovered that there was actually a key difference between Modern Warfare 3's sensitivity values and Black Ops 6's sensitivity values, which is strange because they were building off of the same game. But essentially what I found here is the one sensitivity value in Black Ops 6, this is before the Season 1 Reloaded update, it was actually quite a bit faster than the 2 sensitivity, and I think this was a bug that was taking place with that, and it screwed up all of our sensitivity values. And essentially, when comparing this to Modern Warfare 3's sensitivity values, if you wanted to get that same feeling sensitivity in Black Ops 6, you would have to increase your sensitivity by 1. So if you like a 7 sensitivity in Modern Warfare 3, for instance, then that sensitivity in Black Ops 6 was actually an 8, not a 7. So with that in mind, I decided to do all of the same tests with the new sensitivity options. And essentially, the way I tested this is I just selected the sensitivity value and I timed how long it takes to perform a full 360-degree turn after any acceleration has taken place. And then I simply plotted out those values. And it is worth noting another creator I noticed was doing the same thing, MWIII. He does great work, great testing. I did all of my testing independently from his, but of course I turned out with essentially the exact same results he did, maybe with some very slight variances here, but effectively the same results. So let's look at the real sensitivity conversion after this update. That's actually going to be a lot more accurate than what Treyarch shared with us in those patch notes. As we can see here, we have our Modern Warfare 3 sensitivity as a baseline. Then we have our pre-patch Black Ops 6 sensitivity value, which, like I just explained, that's always going to be one value higher than Modern Warfare 3. And then the third column, this is our post-patch sensitivity after Season 1 Reloaded, and how it roughly lines up with those values. Now, keep in mind, there is a little bit of rounding present. In many cases, you can't actually get the 100% perfect sensitivity conversion here, especially since we can only change our sensitivity values in 0.1 increments, at least on console. And I even tried plugging a keyboard and mouse in to see if I could type in the values, but I couldn't make that work, at least on console. And a key example here is a 7 sensitivity pre-patch in Black Ops 6, which was a 6 in Modern Warfare 3. That would actually line up most appropriately with 1.65 post-patch in Black Ops 6, but we can't actually get 1.65. We have to either select 1.6 or 1.7, and therefore we can't actually perfectly translate from a pre-patch 7 sensitivity now, which is really unfortunate, and I think it defeats a lot of the purpose of what they were trying to accomplish with these new sensitivity options. This was meant to provide more control over our sensitivity, and in many ways it absolutely does that. We do have more options available. However, there are still issues here where we can't quite get the same control over our sensitivity, or at least we can't achieve the exact same identical sensitivity values as what we saw pre-patch. We can get really close to the point where the average player would never notice any difference, but it's not exactly the same, and some people will notice this difference. So my one big piece of feedback here is it would be really nice if we could get a little more fragmentation here and allow us to make those 0.05 adjustments to our sensitivity. I think this would then make this a very clear upgrade over the previous system, but as it is right now, it just isn't providing that upgrade that I was hoping that it would when they announced this. And there we go. That is going to wrap it up for today's really quick, but in my eyes at least, very important video. If you do feel like your sensitivity has just felt a little off since Season 1 Reloaded, try this new conversion chart out and see how that treats you. It should be feeling more along the lines of what you were experiencing pre-patch if you convert using this one, rather than the chart that was shared officially. And with that, this is where I'm curious to hear from you guys in those comments down below. What has your experience been like so far with these new sensitivity options? Did you notice that something suddenly felt different after the updates? Or maybe not, maybe did it feel just fine and it felt the same? And have you played around with these new sensitivity options as well to maybe fine-tune your sensitivity better than you did pre-patch? Just let me know down below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.